everyone, welcome back. We have just been so busy out in the garden and everything lately, so I'm going to share with you what we're doing today in the kitchen, because with this hot weather we need to get in the kitchen a little bit too. We've got a little man who is potty training, right? Yeah! So we've been trying to keep an eye on that, and in the meantime we're going to make a little snack. Do you remember what we're going to make?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Popcorn.
Popcorn! All right. Eli and Lydia just got up from their nap, so we're going to make some popcorn. You want to get a stool?
Yeah, I want to get my nut.
All right. We have clearly been making popcorn a lot because this is not even really cleaned out, so I better clean this out real quick. Matt got this popcorn machine a while back at Aldi. In fact, we used to bring it everywhere with us. It's got a giant crack on the side from hauling it around, but it has been just a lifesaver for just a quick snack.
That is popping. See? It's popping. See? It's trying to pop. It's trying to pop. It's popping. No, it's not. It's trying to pop. No, see? Hear it? That means it's trying to pop. Whoa, they're popping. They're popping. They're popping. Do I raise? Mom, they're popping. That looks so good.
It's popping.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
I didn't want any popcorn. You do
It's
now?
going crazy. Yeah.
It's gonna be hot steam.
Yeah. Can I eat this?
Oh darn, I made too much for the kids. Looks like I'll have to eat some. Kids and I all enjoyed that nice popcorn snack, and I am going to get an early start on supper tonight. I am going to be making enchiladas, hopefully. They take quite a few steps, especially since I'm completely out of tortillas. So I am going to be making some homemade sourdough tortillas so that I can actually make my enchiladas. I'm doing something I've never done before. Usually I use lard when I am making tortillas, and this is all I could find. I'm sure if I dug in the depths of our freezer, there's probably some in there, but we are bringing our pigs in later this summer, so we will have some soon either way. But instead of lard, I'm gonna probably use up what I have there. I am going to be using something I found in the fridge. Yesterday we had bacon we went to the butcher that we're going to be getting our pigs butchered at, so we could try the bacon and see if we liked it. We did, so that's really exciting. But I ended up saving, actually Matt saved the bacon grease, and I'm gonna use this in place of the lard because it's gonna be fairly similar, same concept, only this is gonna have a little more bacon flavor. And do you think anybody's gonna complain if our enchiladas have a little bit of bacon flavor? If they do, they can make them themselves, right? So the recipe I'm using is from a blog post on littlespoonfarm.com, so I will go ahead and link that in the description below. I tend to use that website a lot for sourdough recipes. I would love to gain the skill of just being able to replace sourdough when I'm making anything, like find my favorite cake recipe, cookie recipe, anything, and just know how much sourdough and such to put in. But I have not mastered that skill yet. So I tend to go there to find recipes specific to sourdough. Now I'm going to be timesing the recipe times 4, and the reason I'm doing that is because I want a lot of tortillas. If I'm going to take the time to make them, I'm going to actually make them. So hopefully I have more than enough for enchiladas, and some can end up in the freezer for later. I'm gonna get this mixing. I'm just using my mixer and it's really full. I've times this by 3, but I haven't done 4 before. So I'm a little bit nervous, but hopefully it goes all right. I don't want to get anything up in here, which is always my concern when it's so full. All right, looks good. Anyways, sometimes I will add some flavoring to my tortillas. So like garlic powder, onion powder. I've even added like more like dried greens, like chives, and I'm trying to think like more of Italian flavor if that's what I wanted. I'm not very traditionalist. I don't usually follow recipes, so bear with me. But I'm gonna get this going, let it mix for a while. I'm not gonna mix it all by hand because I don't have to. Kind of smells like bacon in here. It's kind of funny. Ooh, I got it pretty far up there. I wasn't really paying attention. I walked away. Looks like I'm gonna be cleaning that out. So anyways, I'm gonna take this all out. And I am going to just cover this and let it sit for a while. While the tortillas are just kind of sitting out rising, I'm going to get everything mixed up for our enchiladas. I did get a little bit of a head start. I cooked the chicken and shredded it up yesterday. I did add a little bit of cayenne to it because usually I add some type of spicy peppers and I don't really have much of that right now. I also cut up an onion at breakfast, so I cut up a second one for this and threw it in there. So I'm just using white onion because that's what I had. I usually like to use the purple or the red onion, whatever you call it, for this. And then green chilies is my preferred pepper, but since I am out of green chilies, I added that cayenne, and I did add a little bit of taco seasoning too, but I typically don't do that. I'm gonna mix in some cheese. I'm just using the Monterey Jack. You can use any cheese. I've even used mozzarella for these before. And with most things, I don't measure. All right, got this all mixed up. I'm gonna save some of the cheese for the top. I've got more than enough. And then I'm gonna set this aside. I'll be back when the tortillas are ready. So I quadrupled this batch, so I'm going to make 64 tortillas. That's a lot. Now, you could certainly measure each of your tortillas so they're the same size. I'm not really worried about that.
Because that would be crazy. Mama, it's not blue. Yeah, it stinks.
It stinks? Uh-oh, Lydia and Eli are saying it stinks. Think it's the bacon? Does it smell like bacon?
It smells like honey garlic.
Honey garlic?
And it stinks.
Oh, I've got more garlic scapes in the dehydrator today.
Ew.
I bet that's what you're smelling. All right, 64 dough balls. They're not tortillas yet, so I am going to just cover these up. I'm gonna leave them here for about a half hour while I do some other stuff around the house, and then I'll come back and get them cooked up. So here's when you know it's really summertime. Leroy helped me hang up a clothesline today, and clothes are drying outside. So I need to get all these, take it in, and get the next load out here. All right, I'm gonna get these tortillas going. So they've been sitting a little while, and I am just going to roll them out, flatten them. Kind of got a small space here because I've got so many going on. I do have a tortilla press, I think they're called, but I find that this almost works better using the rolling pin. I am going to use the press because I think that like last little smush on them is good, and then it keeps it kind of round, but they are pretty round already. So I'm not sure, this is kind of my consensus on the whole press thing. I think I have the wrong recipe for it because it always is just a little thick. So no matter, I've tried maybe like 3 or 4 recipes using the tortilla press, and they're always a little bit thick. And I don't want to blame the press because I'm sure it's an error on my end. So just the combo of rolling pin, doing that, ends up with a semi-decent round tortilla. So I'm going to get these going. Since I am making enchiladas at the same time, I'm going to start rolling up my enchiladas, but I'll keep these. When I'm doing these tortillas, I try not to add too much to the pan as far as like oil or butter. I just like to kind of fry them just right on the pan. I don't use a cast iron anymore because I noticed it kind of dried it out, so I just use the stainless pan.